Hey guys, Dave here. Welcome to the Centurions Review, the punk rock band of wargame review institutions. This is the Avalon Hill General from March through April 1980, Volume 16, Number 6. And the main game it's going over is Dune. Starts out with an article called The Essence of Doom. This is written by some of the designers, and there's also a reviewer who wrote part of it too. So if you want the lowdown on how this game works and stuff, this is a good article to read. Goes over the different houses and stuff too. Yeah, I think Gale Force 9 has re-released this game. I don't know how similar it is to the original Avalon Hill version. I just know that it exists. And it goes over a sample turn in this too. And the treachery cards and stuff. Quite a big article, actually, about the game. And here's a historical variant for diplomacy. That's kind of cool. I think I've only played diplomacy on the computer. That's it. I have the Avalon Hill version. I don't think I've ever played the board game version, just on the computer. That's it. Alright, and here's a scenario for outdoor survival. In the beginning, it starts talking about role-playing games, and it's talking about Dune and Magic Realm as being role-playing games. I wouldn't call Dune a role-playing game, but you could probably get away with calling Magic Realm a sort of a role-playing game. And it also called Outdoor Survival a role-playing game. I wouldn't call that a role-playing game at all. Role-players do use the map from Outdoor Survival for the role-playing game sometimes, but other than that, I just consider it a board game. But this is a scenario where you go hunting and you start with herds and different elks and stuff on the board, and it has rules for tracking them. And when you enter a space with a herd or an elk or whatever, you roll on a range table to see how far it is, and then for the hit table you use the range that you came up with here to determine the roll required to hit. And then if it requires like a 1 through 3 and you roll an exact 3, that means the animal is wounded, so you have to roll on this find table here, which depending on the terrain will give you a number that you rolled. That means you found the wounded animal, otherwise it got away. But it looks like an interesting scenario for that game. Here they have a survey of their opponent's wanted survey. The point of this is to show the games where opponents are most wanted. So squad leader will be the first. Russian campaign is second, followed by Panzer Blitz and so forth. So it's kind of just showing the popularity of those games during 1980. And here's a scenario for Anzio. It's got the game record card here. As you can see, it's not in very good shape, unfortunately. I will probably sell this copy in order to try and get one in better shape, but it's better than nothing. And here's what they're showing is going to be at Origins 1980. And here's an interesting article. This is probability tables for 2 successive attacks in Panzer Blitz. So if you do your first attack and miss, you can use these probability tables to figure out how likely you are to hit if you fire again. So it gives you information so you can decide whether you're going to attack again. I think that's what this is about. I just kind of glanced through the article, but I think that's the general gist of it. And here's an article that's completely obsolete. Rules of Conduct, official Avalon Hills rules for area play-by-mail play. Well, there's not much play-by-mail done anymore, probably none, so this is obsolete, but still interesting since play-by-mail was a real thing back in the early 1980s. Here's more of that Anzio scenario. Or variant. And here's some Anzio designer notes. Anyhow, just wanted to show you guys. Oh, we got one more page here. Not too much here. Alright, just wanted to show you guys this blast from the past. Thanks for watching and have a good evening.